Introducing Asela. How does such a simple guy like me end up married to a princess like her? This is a true love story, like any story you have ever read, like I guess Pocahontas or Jasmine. But the best part is, this is my story and this actually happened to me. In my story, I suppose you can say that the roles were reversed. Instead of the girl being Cinderella, I was Cinderella Asela. From my youth, I was considered a handsome child. People were always pointing at me and asking me to come to them. However, in my middle school years, I was short and fat. People were always poking at me and telling me to lose weight, so I became a weightlifter, and eventually won bodybuilding championships. Nevertheless, as I became older, I was also asked to be a model, 5 feet 8 inches tall, solid build, and whitish color. But to be honest, I was relatively poor, living in a little shed at the back of our family house because Ruwanmali, my brother's new wife, needed my room for her new baby boy. So, it's not that I minded my coming nephew, it's more that I had to share my room with the baby crocodiles in visiting Cobra. These animals are always around in Sri Lanka, so we Lankans get quite used to having to be near them from time to time. Like the day that there was a flood in our town. Yes, I remember that flood because it had been raining all day long. I had gone to work and then I was at the gym. Guys, Coach Samson, our fitness trainer, said, "Put the weights down and come and see here at the window." I had been lifting about 154 pounds doing my arm curls. I didn't want to stop, but he said, "Hey guys, really? The water is getting higher and higher. You had better run on home and see what you can do to help your families. Can we just stay here?" One of the bigger fellas asked. "I don't want to go home." "No, mister," Philip said. "I have to close the gym now." As we all put on our sweatpants and jackets and went outside, it was already flooding. We went running through the water trying to dodge the objects, which were swooshing around us. "See you later," my friends called to me. "Yes, I'll see you after the storm is over," I said to them. When I got home, everyone was upset. The water was up to our knees. My older brother George had a pot and he was trying to pour the water out as it poured in through the front and back doors. Ruwanmali was sitting in a chair feeding the baby on her lap, and smiling like, "We do this every day." And my mom was acting very Italian, waving her hands in the air and calling my name over and over to rescue her, "Asela, Asela, Asela." It went like that all night long. Then I awoke to water almost at half of the height of my bed. We always had to use high bricks to walk on just to get to our beds. When I stood up, it was to my knees, but thank God, we had all survived. Then the sun came out and the water level got down to our ankles. That was when heat came in. I'll refer to the baby alligator as he because my mom started yelling from the back kitchen. "Asela, Asela, get him. Get him." I grabbed a rather large broom. I figured I'd follow him and whop him over the head if he came close to any of our bedrooms. But fortunately, he wasn't even looking at us. He just strutted through our house like he owned it, then left, out of the front door. Thank God. Everything dried quickly after that and we got back to our normal lives. But I began thinking that something was wrong with our lives. like the day I saw Sandra and her family. I remember how she pointed to my sandals and said, "Wow, so dirty Asela. Did you guys flood?" "Yes, of course," I responded. "Poor you," she said and laughed. "Our house is built on a hill, so we don't have to worry about anything like that." "I feel so sorry for you." Sandra looked genuinely sorry, but I could hear someone in the house, laughing, loudly. And I was frustrated because I had been working for 13 years at an American manufacturing company and only earning enough for my family's survival. I was desperately trying to find my destiny, while waiting for the opportunity of a lifetime to sweep me off my feet. And then, in the most incredible way, it actually did. Before I could find her, my American princess actually contacted me through a singles website on the internet. When I first saw her lovely picture and we started to correspond, I felt that this was all too good to be true. But when we started to Skype weekly and she soon came to visit Negombo, my hometown, for the first time, I realized that something incredible was actually happening to me. I, a poor Sri Lankan village boy with only a 12th grade education, had acquired the hand of a prominent, American lady who turned out to be a teacher, and a community leader in Hong Kong. But it all began in a tiny village, near the Indian Ocean, in a faraway place along the northern hemisphere called Negombo, Sri Lanka, my hometown.